guys, thanks for stopping by my channel. If you're a subscriber, thank you for subscribing and coming back. And if you're new, thanks for stopping by and checking out my channel. Yeah. If you could, please subscribe and hit that notification button so you know when I upload new videos. That would be fabulous. Anyway, so you've obviously clicked on this video for a reason. Hopefully the title caught your attention, or maybe it was that thumbnail picture. Anyway, so you know that I'm going to be doing a look with this palette here. It says Revolution on it. It's Makeup Revolution London. And I purchased this palette at Ulta for $15. So here it is. And then I'm going to go ahead and insert the swatches now. Okay, so those are the swatches. Everything's swatched fairly, like, really nice. I shouldn't say fairly. Everything's swatched. I was going to say fairly beautifully, but then I was like, that doesn't sound right. They swatched really nice. Like this top row here, these were absolutely beautiful when I swatched them on my arm, as you can see. Some of the matte colors in the second and the third row, were kind of patchy and they took a little bit to blend out. But again, that's just swatching with my finger on my arm, which typically isn't how you put a matte shadow on your eye, so I don't hold too much into that. The colors up at the top are super creamy and soft. So as you can see here, and you'll see further when you watch the video, like I really got into that color there. Yeah, so this one's a little bit chunky. I do feel like this one here was a little bit chunky. It's like a golden, has a little bit of like shimmery to it, but it's more of that chunky, how do you explain it? It just comes out more like chunky, I don't want to say gritty because that might throw people off, but that's just what it swatched like. So anyway, little different than the shimmer shadows up here that swatched really creamy and beautifully. So anyway, if you want to see this palette in action and see how I did this look, then just keep watching. Okay, so I already had my face all done, eyebrows, foundation, concealer, all of that, and I put on some powder to hopefully catch any fallout that might come out, because I'm not really sure, and I really want to use one of these sparkly glittery colors. So I think to start, I think I'm just gonna go in with this color called Favorite. So right here, I'm gonna put that all over the lid. And this does have a really nice mirror in the palette, so I'm just gonna use that. And I said lid, I meant upper eye. You know what I meant. Not really, you might not have, but just roll with it. And I'm just using the Morphe E30 fluffy brush. And I think that color blended out very, very nice. I like it. So next I'm gonna go in with this tapered brush. This is a Morphe tapered brush. I don't know what they put it under. It came in a set. They're like Copper Dreams set that I bought forever ago is what it seems like. So I think what I'm gonna do, I can't decide which color I want to do. Eee. There's so many pretty glittery colors. So I think next I'm going to go with this color Morocco. Right here. And I'll put that in the crease. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to ponder the other colors and really decide what I'm going to do. So. So next I'm going to go in with, I think I'm going to go with the color Alluring. This one here. And I'm going to try to apply it with this flat shadow brush by Urban Decay. Brush some of that color out. I need to wash my brushes. Alright. And let's see how that applies with a brush. Alright, let's try the good old fingertip and see what happens. Okay, so I'm going to apply that color all over the lids until I get the desired depth of color I want. And I am getting some fallout here, so thankfully I put on some powder. Okay, so this is they're soft, so you can see like how I'm digging down into the color and it's coming up chunky now. Granted, I am a little heavy-handed, so I was really getting in there to pick up the color. I am going to pick up some of that on that brush again and just apply a little bit more. And make sure that there's nice even coverage. And then I'm going to go back in with that tapered brush and take that Morocco color, just a little bit of that, and blend across to get rid of any harsh lines. And really focusing the pressure upward on that upper portion of the eye, or the upper portion of the crease. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this small tapered brush. It's a Morphe brush. It's out of that same Copper Dream collection. But it is small just so I can be more precise with my placement. And I'm going to go into this color Thrill, which is like a darker chocolatey color. And I'm going to create that outer V. I'm going to place it here and then place it directly into the crease just to build up that outer corner a bit. Add some depth. I'm just going to leave it like that and I'm going to do the other eye. And I'm going to go in with a slightly larger, now you don't have to do all these steps, maybe you don't have all these brushes. You could blend that out with that prior brush, or you could even have gone in with a pencil brush and just got that color slightly on the tip of it and tried to be extremely precise and then blended it out with that. I have all these brushes in front of me, so I'm using them. So I'm going to go in with this pencil brush and just lightly blend that out a bit just to get rid of any of that, the harsh line. Like so. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with this color Glam. And I'm going to put some of that on the inner corner of my eye. And I'm just going to use this small e.l.f. concealer brush. And if you have if your fingers are small enough and you could be a little more precise, it's probably going to go a lot quicker, like I did with the eyelid where I used my finger to place the color and then use the brush over top just to you know, make sure the coverage was there. So I'm just gonna have to work a little bit at this. Patience is a virtue. Okay, then I'm going to get my Sigma Tapered Highlighter F35 brush. I usually use this brush to set my under eye, but I'm going to use it to wipe away all this powder. Okay, let's finish the under eye. So I'm going to go back in with that first color, Favorite. I'm going to put that all underneath the eye, and I'm going to use this Royal and Langnickel eye shader brush in BMD 466. It's just a nice, somewhat dense, fluffy brush. Like so. And then I'm going to take my, ooh, I'm excited, Alamar. I got this in my BoxyCharm box last month, but it's a flat, I'm going to just say a flat definer brush. Oh, focus. There we go. And I'm going to dip into that, I'm going to skip that Morocco. Normally I do like the same shades underneath, but I'm going to go back into that Thrill, that color Thrill. And I'm going to put that on that lower lash line, close to the waterline, just to connect that outer color there. And I'm only going to come in about a third of the way. And then I'm just going to connect with that outer portion of the V that I created with that smaller brush. And then I'm actually gonna, dropping everything. Story of my life, people, story of my life. I'm gonna go back in with that small tapered brush that I used to put that color on first up here, and I'm gonna use that to blend that out a bit. And then I think while I'm doing that, I'm just gonna darken this outer corner a bit. So normally I put on a cream underneath, but I think today, like a cream color, today I think I'm going to use this Rimmel Soft Kohl pencil in Sable Brown. Ugh. And I'm going to put that on the lower lash line, and then the upper part, like tight lining on that upper waterline. And then I'm going to use my tattoo liner in Mad Max Brown, the KatVonD tattoo liner. Felt tip, and I'm gonna do a winged liner, and I'll be right back because I gotta get all up in the mirror to do it because I need to, because I'm blind. My eyes don't work like that, so hold on. Okay, so I just went ahead and, like I said, did a wing liner and put the liner on the lower waterline, and then I decided, why not put some lashes on, so I did that as well, and I'm using the Battington lashes. The Monroe 3D silk lashes. So this is the packaging that they come in, and I'm pretty sure I got these in a BoxyCharm box, and I really like them. Like, they're just enough to be like, oh, you decided to go a little extra today. So yeah. So anyway, let's get on with it. Finish the eyes. I'm just gonna finish up my face. I'm gonna use the Hoola quickie contour stick. Does this have a color on it? Soft bronze cream to powder contour stick. I don't think this is like the light. I think it's just a little trial. Like, I bought a little trial of the products because I was like, ooh, I want to see if I even like this. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And for that, I'm just going to take this Morphe E7 dense tapered brush and just blend that out. And with that, I'm just going in a backwards away from my face motion because I don't want to blend it down and bring it down any further than it already is. So I'm blending it back, and you can see into like the hairline, so I don't have that stark color difference there. And then here on the cheek, you know, starting, I had that little line, I brought it back and forth a little bit, but then I'm blending back. To blend out the nose, I'm just using this Morphe, I don't know, it's fairly wide. It doesn't have a name. It was in that Copper Dream collection. I know, it's just dense. It's fairly wide, like thick. So don't be afraid if you make a little bit of mess, you know, something a little wider. You can always go back in with, this is what I used with my concealer. I've used this brush for concealer. You have your beauty blender with a little bit of powder on it. And you could go in and just clean up a little bit where some of that extra product may have gone that you don't want it. And then I'm going to go in with the, what is this called? The Benefit Watts Up. Watts, because it's got little light bulbs on it, so like watts. Highlighting stick. It just says soft focus highlighter. So I'm going to highlight with that. And then I'm going to go in with this Morphe E20 brush and just blend that. Just stippling over top of it. So it's a nice subtle highlight there. If you want, you can go over it and put a powder if you feel like it. So if I really wanted to, I have this Colourpop. I think this is the Super Shot Cheek Pearlized highlighter in Double Down. So you don't have to do this step, but I'm just going to take a little bit of that on my finger and just pat over top of that. If you feel like being a little bit extra and to set down that cream, you can. You, by all means, do not have to. And then to finish it up, if you need to, you don't have to. I think I'm gonna, just to make sure I have all my bases covered, I'm gonna go in with the Hoola bronzer by Benefit. It's just a little mini one. Just pick that up and just make sure that this is all evened out. That's all. When in doubt, blend it out, people. Blend it out. So anyway, so there's that, and then I'm gonna go in with, where is it? With my Charlotte Tilbury lip cheat in Iconic Nude. So here's this, and I'm gonna line my lips. I think I'm gonna go in with this Tarteist lip paint by Tarte in Pillow Talk. And it's light, and I'm gonna dab that on and then blend it out. And then you know what's last. I'm gonna use my Morphe Continuous Setting Spray and set my face. Okay, so there you have it, guys. That is the finished look. A nice fall, you know, little bit of gold, little bit of bronze, some of those deep, kind of want to say, it's not quite the terracotta. There are some terracotta colors in here. Because I was going to say, like, these two colors are more along that terracotta color, but that to me brings out some of those fall vibes, the orange, the browns, the golds, you know, that whole thing. But you know what? For $15, I really like this palette. You know, you have the darker colors over here, more of the fall, but then you also have some of the lighter ones, and you can play off of the warm tones in there and then use those lighter colors. So you could use this palette all year round. I think, like I said, no, it doesn't say online only. I thought it did. I don't know, but I really like it. So I hope that if you've seen this palette and that you were thinking of buying it, that this tutorial has helped you decide whether you want to purchase it or not. As always, leave your comments below. Let me know if there's anything that you want to see, any specific palettes, any eye looks, colors, whatever. Just leave your comments below and let me know, and we'll see what I can do. As always, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day or evening or whenever you're watching this. So, bye.